Okay, good morning, everyone. We are live via YouTube. My name is Judge Tamika West Bernard. I'm presiding over the preliminary hearing calendar for this morning, April 24th, 2023. We are appearing via Zoom. Any inmates that are on the calendar are live via Zoom at the Clayton County Jail. As I call the calendar, please make your announcements. The first case I have on the calendar, position 1, is the state of Georgia versus Carol Brown.
Judge, that was a bond previously done.
Position 4, state of Georgia versus Chris Julius Irvin.
Judge, that case was supposed to be moved to April 26th.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
The case was supposed to be moved to April 26th on Wednesday.
Okay. Okay, what was the reason to have it moved to that date?
I think it's a co-defendant.
Yeah, it's a co-defendant that's on for the 26th, Judge.
Okay, who's the co-defendant?
Wait, give me 1 second. Last name is Muse, M-U-S-E.
Okay, you've already reset that to April 26th, Miss Mary?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Well, do I have the most recent calendar? Okay, let me move on. Position 8, I have the state of Georgia versus Dion Antonio Gaines Jr.
That was indicted.
Position 9, I have the state of Georgia versus Tauheed Sylvester Gary.
That was a waiver only done.
And that was previously done?
Yes.
Position 12, state of Georgia versus Antonio Denard Glass.
State's ready.
Your Honor, that defendant is not assigned an attorney. He's a conflict.
Okay. So waiting on a conflict attorney.
Yes, Your Honor.
Judge, the cases that have to be continued, do you have the date that you're using?
Miss Mary, what date do we
May
have
15th.
available?
May 15th.
May 15th, okay.
So we'll reset that for May 15th. Position 16, I have the state of Georgia versus Maud Jamal Glenn.
State's ready.
And yeah, that's probably gonna be a waiver of some sort, just waiting on the judge. Last check, they didn't have them handy.
Okay. Position 17, the state of Georgia versus Chaz K. Hall.
That's a fast track this morning.
Position 28, the state of Georgia versus Montague Devon Harris.
That's a bond this morning.
And then for the record, the state of Georgia, that's position 30, state of Georgia versus Jalik Jenkins, that was also indicted, correct?
Yes.
Position 31, the state of Georgia versus Derek Cornell Jeter.
Judge, I received an email from Chris Tolles. He represents Mr. Jeter, and he is on trial in Fulton. And he asked that the case be rescheduled. And we have no objection to that.
Okay, so we're resetting that one for May 15th?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Position 32, I have the state of Georgia versus Jerome Elliott Johnson.
The state's ready.
And, Your Honor, speaking with Mr. Johnson this morning, he advised that he does not want the public defender's office to represent him. He intends to hire his own attorney, but I just told him I'd advise the court of that.
Okay. Does he already have an attorney in place?
No, ma'am, Your Honor, he just said he doesn't intend to have us represent him, and he said that he would like to hire his own attorney. I didn't really try to work it out from there. At that point, I just advised him I'd let the court know.
Okay. Okay, I'll speak with him.
And Judge, we don't have an objection to, if the case has to be continued, for him to get an attorney.
Okay.
I guess the question will be how long he thinks he needs. He may need more than the normal 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'll speak with him.
Okay.
And we'll see. Okay. Position 35, the state of Georgia versus Michael Bernard Johnson Jr.
State's ready.
Your Honor, that defendant has no attorney. He's also a conflict.
Okay, so we're gonna reset that to May 15th to give the public defender's office to hire conflict counsel. Position 36, the state of Georgia versus James Edward Lackey.
State's ready.
The same response, Your Honor, no attorney.
So we'll reset that to, and this is the second reset. This was reset from March 27 calendar.
Judge, I think what's happening, I remember hearing Carlin Skull talk about this. It's just hard. It's been harder for them to get attorneys for some of the defendants.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Position 37, state of Georgia versus Deshaun Michael McDade.
State's ready.
And, Your Honor, Mr. McDade would like a hearing.
I have 8 charges for Mr. McDade. Is that what you have, Attorney Rogers?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Position 45, the state of Georgia versus Donnie Liddell McWilliams.
That'll be a bond this morning.
And who's representing the defendant?
That's Ms. Pleasant.
Position 47, the state of Georgia versus Bo Mosley.
He was indicted, Judge.
Position 48, state of Georgia versus Margarita Valletta, is it Quinos?
That'll be a fast track this morning.
And I was saying, that's Attorney Pleasant, that you're the representative of the defendant, correct?
That's correct, Judge.
Okay.
Yes.
Position 49, State of Georgia versus Dustin Elijah Ramey.
State's ready.
Your Honor, that defendant is assigned to Joanna Arthur, Attorney Joanna Arthur.
Okay, well, did she get notice to appear get notice of the preliminary hearing? Do you know, Ms. Davis?
Yeah, she was. I sent her the link on Friday.
Okay. So we may need to reset that one if she does not appear.
And Judge, my guess that it probably does because I was speaking to Miss MacArthur on another case. So I'm not sure if she saw the email or what, but and she hasn't said anything to me about this particular case.
Okay,
So I'm guessing that she wasn't aware of it today.
so we'll reset that one for May 15th. Position 51, State of Georgia versus Christopher Jamel Ramsby.
The state's ready.
And Your Honor, that defendant had no attorney either. He's also a conflict.
Okay. So we'll reset that one also for May 15th. To allow time to hire conflict counsel. Position 52, the State of Georgia versus Marcarius LaShawn Riddles.
The state's ready.
Your Honor, that defendant is assigned to Bill Matos. And I also sent him the link on Friday.
So I don't see him on the call, so we'll go ahead and reset that one to May 15 as well. Position 53, State of Georgia versus Angel Raul Rubai Jr.
State's ready.
Hey, I request a continuance from Mr. Ruby. There's another situation that might kind of impact how he wants to handle this situation.
Okay.
There's no objection, Judge.
Or would 2 weeks be sufficient, or you need more than 2 weeks?
No, man, I think let me have a moment to double check, but I think 2 weeks will be sufficient for the purpose.
Okay. So we'll tentatively set that for the 15th. If you need additional time, you'll let me know.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Mhm. Position 60, State of Georgia versus Latariance J. Russell.
That'll be a bond this morning.
And who's representing the defendant?
Nicole Jones, Your Honor.
Okay. Position 61, State of Georgia versus Mikhail Akeem Safarius.
State's ready.
Judge, this warrant was previously dealt with his other charges on April 12th.
I did notice that as well, Attorney Pleasant. I'm not certain. Yeah, there was a consent bond. I saw that in the paperwork, so I wasn't for sure why it was on the calendar. So I was hoping that someone could prepare. But it is. I looked at the warrant numbers; they do match. That was on the consent bond.
It was previously waived.
Okay. Position 62, State of Georgia versus Todd A. Sierra,
State's ready.
Your Honor, Brandon Lewis is assigned to that case. You was also sent the link for this morning.
okay, do you have, he has not appeared for the record. Do you have any objection to resetting that to May 15th?
No objection, Judge.
Okay. Position 63, State of Georgia versus Demontra Marquise Shavers.
State's ready.
And Your Honor, no attorney has been assigned to that case. He's also a conflict.
Okay. So we're gonna reset that one for May 15 as well. Ms. Mayor, let me know when we need to move to another date.
We're just gonna use this date for today. Wednesday, we'll have to go to the 17th.
Which one, the Shavers?
No, I'm saying we could continue using the 15th for today,
Okay,
but
okay,
on Wednesday, we'll
Wednesday,
have,
I got you.
yeah.
Okay, I got you. And then for the record, at position 64, the State of Georgia versus Joshua Tyrone Schubert, that was indicted. Position 65, the State of Georgia versus Shane Stephen Tackett.
That'll be a waiver only this morning.
And who's representing the defendant?
Nicole Jones speaking. Nicole Jones, I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem. Position 66, I have the State of Georgia versus Derek Demond Thrash.
That was
indicted?
previously indicted.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Position 68, State of Georgia versus Andre Lamont Turner.
That was indicted.
Position 73, the State of Georgia versus Jamarian Kashawn White.
State's ready.
Your Honor, Attorney Carl Willis is assigned to that case.
Williams?
Carl Willis.
Willis, I'm sorry, okay. And I'm assuming he got notice on Friday as well.
Yes, he did, Your Honor.
So we'll reset that to May. He has not appeared. So we'll reset that to May 15th. Position 75, State of Georgia versus Frazier Bobby Wiggins.
That case was indicted.
Position 78, the State of Georgia versus Robert Lee Young.
State's ready.
No attorney is assigned, Your Honor. That's also a conflict.
So we'll reset that that case to May 15 as well, to give additional time to hire conflict counsel. That will conclude the calling of the calendar this morning. Is there anyone present that did not hear their name called or their client's name called? Okay, looks like we only have one hearing. Is that correct, ADA Freeman?
That's correct. If I can have a moment to try to get that officer and
Okay.
see Officer Beard, you're excused.
We're gonna stop the live stream